Hello guys and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today I'm going to show you two ways to use the PCG. The first way is going to be how to create a forest, and the second way is how to create like a mage-raid flying things for a space game or something like that. Enjoy the video, I hope I can help you with this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's start now with the tutorial. So at first guys, just open your project. You can basically just create a third person or third person project, doesn't matter. But as I noticed, we cannot add a PCG in a project because we do not have a PCG right now in a project. So to fix this, or to get it, we're just going to the edit and go to plugins, because the PCG is a plugin. Then you go here to the search, you're just going to type in PCG. In here we got like 3 different PCGs. So overall we just need the procedural content generation framework PCG. That's the only thing we need. And after this, you just have to restart your editor, and then we can continue making the PCG. So now after adding the plugin into your project, we're going just to go to a content drawer. We can just basically create a new folder called PCG. After this, we can just press right click, and as you can see now here, we got this new category, I would call it, called PCG, and here we got the PCG graph. So now we got here our new PCG graph. We're going to start at first making a forest. Then we can just open it, and in here now, it's a bit different. It's a bit different than usual blueprints, but it's basically almost the same thing. So in here we got like our input, and we got like here our landscape height, and from here we're going just to create a surfer sampler. And now if we save it and let's create a new level so we can see it all better. Let's create an open world. So now we're going to just drag our PCG into our forest, into our world, I mean. And as you can see now, we got like a cube in here now, but there is nothing. So to see something, we're going to just go here, press right click, I'm going to just press debug, and after this you should see cubes, and these cubes are like basically the things where we are spawning our meshes. So these cubes are basically saying like where a static mesh, for example a tree or plant, is going to spawn. We can make a few changes. So now after this we can just press right click again and disable the debug, because we don't need it now. So from the surface sampler we can just get a transform points, and here we can make a few changes. For example, we can go to the rotation min and add this to -360, and we can also change the max to 360. After doing this we can also change the, well, let's see at first how this looks like. And also if we press now save, we can see nothing has changed because we have to again debug it. And now it doesn't matter how the form now is, but as you can see now, our meshes are a bit rotated and are a bit more dynamic, which gives like a more realistic feeling, because if the meshes are like in a straight line and there is no rotation or something, so one tree is always going always like in this direction. But if what we do now is, for example, that one tree is looking like this, one tree is more to the left side, one tree is more to the right side, maybe a plant is more on this side, so it's a bit more realistic feeling, and it's not more like, I don't know, a matrix or something. So like everything is like in a straight line. Then we can of course also change here the offset. We can just do it to 10 10 10 everything, and the last one I guess we can do like -10. And now if we take it and we go, for example, here, you can see our PCG is adapting to mountain or to this, for example. So it always changes its positioning, how it is. So for example, in here now we got like a straight landscape, so it's also going to be straight. But if you, for example, go to a mountain, it's adapting to the mountain, and so with this we can also put like a forest on the on mountains, on stuff like that. So on every surface and biome and something like that. So that's not going to be a problem. We can now finally start adding the meshes. As I told you, we're going to make it first the forest. The second version of the PCG is basically the same thing, but only like with a slightly different thing. So now we're just going to drag up from the transform points, and we got a static mesh spawner. And now we can just go here to the right, and here you can see mesh entries. Then you can just press play, add, or this plus here. And if we extend this now and then go to the descriptor, we can see here we can add different things, but this thing here doesn't matter at first, so just leave it by default. You're good to go with this. The only thing which is interesting is our static mesh. In here we can choose our static mesh. So for us now to create a forest, we can just go to the marketplace, just type in, go here to max price, go to free, and there you go, you get like here some forests and stuff like that. For example, here the megaskin tree or European forest, and yeah, just choose a forest you would like to use. I think I'm just going to, yeah, let's take this here. I just go to free. So now I just downloaded a simple forest. 10 GB was a bit too much. I'll just download like a forest with 5 GB. So now with this set, we just go to the static mesh spawner, and we go here to common hazel. We go to geometry, simple wind, or yeah, we go just here, and then here. Then we got some trees, so we can just drag the tree into here. That's it. And then we can just do this multiple times. So let's do this here. And let's take this here. At first, we're going to, of course, start with the big trees, and after this, we're going to go even smaller, until we are like here with the smallest of all plants, or like trees. Yep, and now we're going to just do this here. Then we can press save. And now, as you can see, it's not there. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go to details. We're going to select our PCG forest. And as you already can see, we got to generate. So we can just press generate. Or clean up and then generate. That's weird. Okay, makes sense now, yeah. So it was not spawning because the static mesh was not connected to the output, so that's the reason it was like not generating. And if you just want to like reset your PCG, just go here to clean up and then press generate again, and there we go. It looks like shit, I know. I'm not using like a big project because, bro, but as you already noticed, it's there, it is a bit too dense. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's take this debug off. So yeah, so now it's like more like a forest. Nah, it doesn't look like a forest, to be honest. I don't know why the trees are looking like that. So now, if you already can see, our forest is a bit too dense, so they are not like, they're like way close to each other. And to fix that, we're going to make some space here, and after the surface sampler, so before the transform points and the static mesh spawner, we're going to drag out from here, and we're gonna get a density filter. Like that, and into the out. Take the window, just take the window, make it a bit more smaller, so you just have the values in here you can change, and then just experiment, just for real, just experiment, try out some new stuff, try new things. Yeah, so I don't know, just try it out, and yeah, maybe like this is okay. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Okay, perfect. And yeah, and now that's basically it, guys. And now I'm going to show you just basically the principle. I'm not going to do it, but just going to show you how PCG is working. So now we have to do like every part now. So that's the first part. That's only our big trees. So we're just going to copy the same things. We're going to take this here and put it into here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go here to the static mesh spawner, and in here we're going to just basically switch our meshes. That's it. That's for it. So you just go again here, take a bit more like small plants, and yeah, that's for real. That's basically it. So you just have to do. That's all you're going to do. So yeah, basically that's it. So we're gonna just press play. Save, and no, and then after that we can just go to the density filter and make it like a bit more like we can see them a bit more. So as you can see now, here we got like here some plants like here, there, here, and here. And for this I would just make it like I would make this one here a bit more like dense than the other one. So we can just play now with the values and use now 1 2 3. So if I would do it, I would just probably use like 10 or 12 10 little plants, or 12 or 15 or 20 or something like that, each different. So 20 little plants, each one should be different, and with this you can just build such looking good forest. And that's basically PCG. So that's like the principle of the PCG. I'm not going to create now forest because that will take a bit more time, and I hope you get the concept of PCG because it's almost the same thing. And the last one, so we're going to you're just going to be each part different. So that's like the big parts, the big trees, they're going to be like a bit more different. Then you got the second layer, that's going to be a bit more like medium size. Then you can just copy it again and make them like a small size, and then you can just copy it again and then make it is grass. And for grass I would just take the density of it out, because you don't want to be like grass to be like apart from each other. So you just want like grass to be really dead and close to each other. But yeah, so you just have to experiment with that. You just have to see what you want to do and what you want to not do. You just have to think like with logic. And yeah, so basically I don't want to do it by myself. I just want to show you the concept, and you're going to try it out by yourself. Because if I'm just going to show you how to make a forest and stuff like that, how I would do it, you're not going to learn probably. So just I showed you the concept, so just try it out. Think like with logic. Just think, okay, I just want to add some grass. Do you need the fence? Do I need the density filter? Oh no, I don't need it because I don't want my grass to be separate. I want my grass to be really close to each other because that's how grass looks like in real life. So now I'm going to show you a way as you can do like for example, think of space game where like with a rocket and you're shooting like some I don't know aliens, and through the map is like stuff flying. And to do that, we're just going to go again to our PCG because that's the thing we need. But there are like some slightly different things we just have to do to make it. So a surface is basically a surface sampler is basically doing what it says. It's creating a PCG for a surface, so for a ground, for a landscape. But if you want something to be like in the air, for that we're just going to go no, we're not going to drag out from the landscape or from the landscape height. What the landscape and this is basically doing what it says. So if you don't know what it does, just read it here. provides landscape represented by this actor. If it is a landscape proximity, otherwise it turns a landscape overlapping this actor on the level. So it's just like overlapping with the landscapes, the ground of the level. So from this, we're going to by volume. We don't want to like have it on a landscape. We just want to have it in the ground, in the air. So this we're just going to drag off from the in, and we'll get a volume sample. From this, we're going to get an attribution noise. Then we're gonna get again a density filter, like in the last forest. Then we're gonna get again the transform points. And then we're gonna get a spawn actor or spawn mesh. It doesn't matter, to be honest. So you can if you have an actor, you can just also with the forest. It doesn't have to be like necessarily like a static mesh or something. It also can be like an actor. So we can just continue with the static mesh spawner. But if you want to like do a static mesh like a spawn actor, drag the actor into here. You can just go here to template actor class, and then you can just basically select, I don't know, your actor you're using. But you can also like work with the spawn mesh, but like spawn actors, like for example, if you want to have like flying rocks in your space, it's going to be an actor probably, because in an actor you can give it like a logic, you can do blueprints in actors. So basically, it's like much better to have like spawn actor, but you can also use like spawn mesh spawner. Static mesh spawner. Yeah, the logic is again the same thing, so you can just change here some things. You can change here the seed is basically, I don't know if you know from Minecraft, but you can just like, that's like the positioning where it's spawning. Density does the same thing, the transform point is the same thing, and the filter on text is probably the same thing also. So the only thing which is changing is basically you're not using a surface sampler, you're using a volume sampler. You're going to go the fuse I explained you the last for the forest. And yeah, I can just show you it. You can just go here to mesh entries again. We can just probably select some cubes or something. Test this out. Let's select a cylinder, and let's select a non-circle. I can just take a sphere. Yeah. So as you can see now, that's how it looks like. Yeah, the density is like really close to each other. So wait, let me just fix that. So I can just also change the attribution noise. As you can see now here, that's basically how I can do it. So just have to find the right values for that. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's really good. That's like really good. Yeah. So basically, you just have a space game, and you want to just have like flying meteoroids or something, or flying stones. That's basically how I do it. Because if you already noticed in our forest, if we're going to drag our forest a bit more to down or a bit more up, it's going to disappear. But on this here, we can just move it on this. We can just make it in the air, on the ground, on the mountain or something like that. And yeah. So guys, that's it. That's like 2 ways to implement an server. That's like 2 ways to use the PCG. Of course, like way more, but like I think you're good to go with this knowledge. You can probably make like the most thing what you want to do, like with the PCG now I showed you. Of course, if you want to do like a really complex thing, you just have to like go like a bit more into details. But with this, you should be good to go. I hope you liked this video. I hope I could help you with this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Bye bye guys.